The company was initially founded as a government company. It was founded in 1979 and was a land grant company. The government had a problem in that it needed to develop warehousing lands to service the economy, and there was no single provider of such services. So the government thought, instead of having all these different stakeholders approach the government and request warehousing, why don't they set up a company that could actually cater to the needs of the local economy with respect to warehousing and storage needs. And that's how the company was formed. It was formed in 1979, primarily a government company, along with some private sector shareholders, and was subsequently privatized in 1997 when the government started thinking about privatization program. At the time, the company had revenues of approximately $20 million and 300 employees. Today, the company is a $6 billion company with over 20,000 employees, and it's often, I think for the government, it's often an example of why they should be more serious about privatizing going forward. It's an example that, that I think that they often point to, and something that should drive their strategy going forward. Well, I think there's two things. First of all, in many emerging market economies, it's very difficult to get access to real estate. So clearly the company provided an interesting platform from which to develop new logistics projects and facilities. I think more importantly, we saw at the time that most of the company's revenues were warehousing or real estate related, and that there was very little done to actually develop services. So we thought there was a big opportunity to develop services not only in Kuwait and the Middle East, but in the emerging markets in general, especially for a company. We're one of the global top 10 logistics companies, but the only one that comes from the emerging markets, that has its roots in the emerging markets. And we felt that gave us an advantage in terms of understanding the sort of risk that you need to take to invest and develop your business. Those are the sorts of skills that you develop in the emerging markets, and we believe it helped us. In actuality, we're present in over 100 countries today. We cover about 95% of the global GDP. So if you look at the economies that basically represent the entire sort of global market, we're in 95% of that market pie. But at the same time, we have a very strong presence in the emerging markets, and I think most companies today, most global companies, as they're looking to grow their business, they're looking at the emerging markets. And for a company like us that has a very strong platform in the emerging markets, we make an ideal partner for any company that's looking to grow their business in the emerging markets. And we felt early on that would be a differentiating factor for our company. In fact, it's something that resonates very well with our customers. I think early on we had a very clear vision, and we executed on that vision very quickly and very aggressively. And I think it's that vision and our background in the emerging markets that really allowed us to grow our brand and to differentiate it in the emerging markets. Basically, we've looked at all different models for growing our business. We're quite agnostic when it comes to looking at things or opportunities to grow our business. So we've done joint ventures, we've done partnerships, we've done M&A, but we also do a lot of sort of organic growth. I think given that our footprint today is basically where we want it, we have more focus today on organic growth than we did 5 or 6 years ago. And I think, that's part of what comes with, as you grow and you reach a certain size, I think it then becomes much more economical to focus on growing your business organically. Well, it's interesting. From clearly shareholders that have been started with us in 1997 did extremely well. The company reached a market cap at one time of about $10 billion. So shareholders, from 200 million. So shareholders obviously had the opportunity to do extremely well. And you look at timing sometimes. You're just not sure how investors have done recently. But even this year, I think our stock price doubled from the beginning of the year. So all in all, I think shareholders, they should be happy. But as shareholders are, they always want more, and we have to be up to the challenge.